Today, I'm gonna see if I could find the 2 fake black belts in this video.
He brought together 7 black belts. 2 of them are liars. If the group discovers both liars, they'll split a cash prize. If any of the liars survives, they win the entire prize. Who is the odd one out?
My videographer sent me this video that I've never seen before and said I had to try and spot the 2 fake black belts because he couldn't. And as a 3rd degree, going for my 4th in 2 weeks, you'd hope that I could spot the 2 fake black belts. So let's see how I do. But that first clip is giving sport karate.
How long everybody's been training, what your martial art is? We can just go straight down the line.
My name's Andre. I've been training for 8 years. I do Taekwondo.
And I also do Taekwondo.
This is Keith Hudson, and I've been training for 6 years now in Karate and Taekwondo.
My name is Victoria. I've been training for like over 10 years now, and I do Kaji Kimbo. I came on here to like bring representation to the style.
Adriana.
That's fair because I don't know what that martial art is, so I don't know if I'm gonna be a good judge for that one.
Taekwondo, 3rd degree.
Love her hair. That's beside the point though.
This is Casey. I have been doing Hapkido for 9 years.
My name is Anthony Cruz, and I've been doing jiu-jitsu for about 10 years. A lot of Taekwondo though, people, huh? What got you all into martial arts?
I played a lot of fighting games as a kid. Hitting stuff. One day, I kicked the table. Mother, the next day, she enrolled me in Taekwondo.
My dad was a black belt. I got indoctrinated when I was 5. Go.
My dad put me in it to like learn self-defense.
MMA and the UFC, I want to have a better understanding of it, so I got into jiu-jitsu.
First, okay, so initial thoughts that I have right now are like, just off the top of my head, there are 2 that are like unusual martial arts or like not as popular martial arts. And then you have like the Taekwondo, which is pretty popular amongst this lineup. And I think you get away with that because like people can earn a black belt in Taekwondo like after a few years. Like, I don't know, I've heard of like 4-year black belts in Taekwondo. So that's like a really good one to have if you're like a fake, because it's like you could say any number and it like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You do Taekwondo. No offense. But for the most part, you earn a black belt at a very early on stage. That's just like first thoughts, at least. Obviously I have no idea. I don't know.
A little too specific with the lamp story, which is kind of a dead giveaway when people are lying.
True. Anthony and Andre were my first thoughts as well. The 2 guys at the end. There's one. Do we get to know right away, or are we gonna?
I'll talk fighting games with you later.
This is round 2, the martial arts round. There's that you are a black belt. Anything that...
Throw it, don't worry.
Okay.
This one's gonna be such an interesting indicator because like there's so many different styles. And they could be a black belt, but they could not be very good. Again, no offense to them. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, the first thing she said is, don't worry, I'm not gonna throw it. So I don't know if that's giving more sport karate than what I said at the beginning clip. If that's like the first thing she says, it's either like stunty or sport karate. She does sport karate. Also, these sounds. Sport karate, 100%. She's 100% in sport karate. I don't know what her belt level is, but 100%. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but...
So bad, I'm sorry.
Also saying that you did not perform well is like something that hits hard for me, so I'm relating to this heavy. First girl, I'm sorry I don't remember the names, but we're gonna call her Blue Hair Girl. I think she's for sure a martial artist. That's where I'm at with her.
Her form seemed kind of like basic, and I thought since she did like Taekwondo, she would do like a lot of kicks and stuff.
Agree, but also disagree. For the fakes, if you chose Taekwondo, I just feel like their patterns, they're very like, in my opinion, it's very linear and repetitive. So they're easier to grasp. And there are some patterns that don't have kicks. So you don't have to have like those high kicks. Okay, so that one I'm undecided. I don't know about her. But if she chose not to kick, maybe that's an indicator that she is a martial artist, because she's like, well, this is the pattern that I want to do. And I'm not like choosing based off of people's biases. I don't know. Let's see. Next person.
So I'm going to talk as if I'm teaching a normal class. Can you come into, this is called a guard in jiu-jitsu. It's one of the most, it's one of the martial arts that teaches you how to be offensive on the ground.
I don't know. I just still think that he's one of the fakes. You can just learn one move. And like, that would be a good one too. It's like, I'll just learn one move, repeat it, rehearse it, get good at it, and be able to like teach it thinking that I'm like letting everyone think that I'm an instructor and I've like taught it numerous times. All you got to do is rehearse that one move. I think she's a martial artist. Her sounds, like the way that she's like doing her sounds and her noises seem comfortable, which is something that you really have to get used to when you're doing martial arts, is like getting that comfortability with the sounds that come out of your mouth and being okay with that, or like how to do them or when to do them, just seem very like natural in the way that she moved and like defended herself. I think that she's a martial artist.
Is she a black belt?
I don't know. That's what's hard about this, is like, I don't know if you think are they all martial artists? 2 people are gonna be martial artists but aren't black belt level. That's interesting. Okay. I didn't think of it like that. I was just thinking 2 fakes, like 2 people just pretending. Okay, so with that mindset then, I think the girl with the blue hair is a black belt. I don't know about the Taekwondo person that didn't throw like the kicks or whatever. Not sure, undecided. And then the jiu-jitsu. That one I'm not sold on, so I'm gonna say no to him so far. Her. Comfortability. I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna say yeah, I think that she's a black belt. So I have 2 black belts so far, in my opinion. I don't know this martial art.
It's still so cool.
Mission of break.
I have no idea. I have no idea about that one. 3 boards. He's a fake. I think he's a fake. This is hard because like I feel bad, because like if they are black belts, like I'm sorry. Adriana, I don't think that she's
impressive. I have a lot of friends that have learned how to staff spin, saber spin, are stunt
Stunt
actors,
actors.
but they're not black belts.
I think she is. Anthony and Keith, I think, are my 2, so we'll see if he is. I think Keith. And there was a Taekwondo girl that I wasn't sure about.
Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game.
I would raise my hand.
Because I have respect for you. I am the mole.
Huh? What?
Can't lie. I can't. So, I humbly apologize.
I caught one. And
I'm sorry for deceiving you guys.
Like for proper sidekick technique. That's what I was
I
gonna do.
haven't done it in 10 years. So
Proper
honestly, I
sidekick.
could never even do a sidekick.
I kind of suspected it because you're super
I have to go back for that comment.
I haven't done it in 10 years, so honestly, I could never even do a side kick.
I kind of
How can you never do a side kick if you do Taekwondo, though?
expected it because you're super martial arts nerd.
Yeah.
But like, I don't mean that in like a bad way, but I was like, he's so nerdy about it. Like, I feel like he's kind of fresh-ish.
So where are you at now?
Yeah, what belts are you?
Tell us the whole
I just got my first advanced belt in the summer.
Okay, so yeah.
I trained during the pandemic. I started training back in martial arts in 2019. I was a smoker and a drinker through my 20s, and I needed to turn my life around. And
For him.
I wanted to be honest. I felt it here.
That's so sweet.
This game is fun, and I didn't mean to just, you know.
Okay, well, I'm happy that I guessed one right. So there's one other one, and I did think it was Anthony, but I'm also unsure about the Taekwondo girl here. The martial art that I didn't know, that girl, I think she's a black belt. Blue hair is a black belt. The other one in the black gi is a black belt. I don't know about the Taekwondo girl. Or Anthony. Anthony? Is that his name? Anthony, yeah.
Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game.
I'd continue.
Starting now, for every time all of you vote out someone that is not the mole, the prize money will be reduced by half.
And then we have this Taekwondo. They thought it was sus that the routine that she decided to share had no kicks in it. And initially I was like, yeah, it's probably, like, it's fine. But now I'm like, okay, not only did you do a routine or a pattern that doesn't have any kicks in it, but you're also, like, telling me that you don't know how to throw a proper side kick when you're a black belt in Taekwondo. That doesn't make sense to me. So now that there's like money in their little rounds, I would be like very mindful of that. I think she's the only one that I'm like suspicious of.
The only reason I want to continue is you did say like, oh, I haven't, as soon as I mentioned like sidekick technique, like, oh, I haven't done it in a long time, so I don't know.
Honestly, I could never even do a side kick.
The form was like a very basic kind of color belt form, because, and in Taekwondo, like.
in my studio, it's second degree.
Wait, what's your style though?
My style? Oh, shoot. Like, honestly,
Like
like
your
it was never
martial
explained to me.
If you're a black belt, you can easily explain how to do a side kick.
Yeah.
Side kick is a basic kick.
Yeah.
It is,
Right?
but my kick was never as good as
No, it doesn't matter the height.
Yeah,
As long as you can, it's like muscle memory.
Immediately, why is it, oh, well, I can never throw it like high enough? It's like, no, that's not what was asked. What was asked is like for throwing a proper psychic technique. And what you're taught all the time is like, you can do proper psychic technique all the way down to the ground. That doesn't change the technique. She's still even with the other person. So I don't know. She's not like digging herself out of the hole. She's like going, the hole's getting deeper. Okay, so I just literally paused it on her psychic. So she has the pivot, she has like proper extension and everything, but her guard's up and she's not looking at her target. So if she knew, I'm so sorry if you are a black belt and you're watching this, but there's just a lot wrong with that. Like, you should be looking at the target, your guard should be up. Her chamber was good, her pivot's good, her extension's good, foot position looks good. But it's like, if you're a black belt, you should know how to kick. You shouldn't have a black belt if you don't know how to kick. It doesn't make sense to me how you can get a black belt and not know how to kick. Maybe it's because she was looking at them. Like, she was just throwing it, but like looking at them. I can't see her foot. I think she was pointing her toes for her front kick. To not have knowledge is one thing. Not know how to throw it is another thing. Yeah, good snappy punches though. She had some gi snap in her punches. I'd vote Jessica. Yeah,
I felt
don't
bad
know.
because like we attacked Jessica, but I asked her what martial arts style she did, and she like stuttered and she didn't know, and I was like, "Isn't that?"
Yeah, how do you not know what style you do? Like, have you never asked that question? Even if it's not, well, it should be like told to you. I just don't know how you can be a black belt and not know what you have a black belt in. It doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. I don't want to be mean, but if she is a black belt, her instructor didn't teach her what they needed to teach her.
Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game.
No, I wouldn't.
If the lights turn green, that means you have voted out the mole and you win. If the lights turn red,
I really want to know if she was or not. Come on.
you lose.
Okay. Let's go. I still don't know about the guy though.
Forward.
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, okay. Wrong. Okay.
My dad was a black belt.
Okay, what does the other guy do?
I'm self-taught with like weapons and everything. I do Muay Thai like formally. That's like the formal thing that I do.
When you did the punches in the beginning?
It was.
Yes.
That really gave it a
Like his
bit.
fist really.
When you're like, oh, I like fighting, and I was like,
I didn't want to like.
I don't think I saw enough of this person to be able to make a good, educated guess. Anthony and Andre were my first thoughts as well.
Likely story.
I feel robbed. Oh, I still got a demo. Okay.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Hey.
Wouldn't have made sense with the style. I feel bad because I thought that the other girl wasn't a black belt. I had my suspicions. So I feel bad, but also I stand behind like what I said, where it's like she wasn't educated enough in her martial art for me to like be confident in knowing that she is a black belt. So that's unfortunate, but that's the reality of the situation, I guess. I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to open that can of worms. Black belt means different things to different people. I feel like black belts aren't equal. So some black belts that are given make other black belts have a bad name. Because when you hear black belt, you think the same thing. Like it's like umbrella, you're a black belt. But really, like what it took somebody to have a black belt isn't the same for this other person to have their black belt. And this person actually got tested, knows their stuff, can execute it, is educated, knows everything in their art, versus this person who's only been in it 3 years and paid their way through it, but they're both able to have the title of black belt. How's that fair? So then these people make these black belts lesser. It's just how it feels. Then you have people working their whole lives towards it, or like a long portion of your life for a title that someone else can get in a few years. But you're still both called something that's equal. I don't think that that's the truth. And that's a good way of showing it. I want to know if that girl is a sport karate person. I don't get to know. I'm going to search her later.